Hi everyone and welcome to my lore through of Homesick. In this episode we're gonna start from the very beginning and we're gonna read the notes, the books and talk about what is going on in the game. So if you're ready, let's just get on with it. So let's get to this. We are waking up in our bed, or in a bed, in an apartment. And that is all we know. We don't know anything, really. Sorry, I had to move my cat out of the way. We don't actually know what's been going on here. So, all I know is that we are a man. You could tell by the yawn there in the beginning. And this apartment belonged to Sabina. So the question is if we are perhaps Sabina's brother, Tosh. But there is no clue to whether Tosh ever made it to this apartment complex or not. All we know is that this guy, whoever he is, probably died in here. I made a video about a week ago about Homesick, and you can read everything about it there. You can hear what I think about it there. I'll link it somewhere here on the screen, somewhere. So, if you have ever played Homesick, you know that there is a lot of notes and books and stuff that you can't read. It's written in some kind of code. Let's see. Take this one. You get this code in the end of the game, so you can go back and redo and read everything if you like to. You even get a shortcut in the end, so you can get back to the first apartment if you want to. This one is called, let's see, it's called Introduction to the Science of Sleep. And we'll find out later that Sabina couldn't sleep. I'm a cat and you are not. Alright? And this one says... is that a P? C... F... and peaceful drift, a collection of poems B-O-U-T about sleep and renewal. Okay, peaceful drift, a collection of poems about peace, sleep and renewal. Alright. And over here we have a letter on the table. I'm gonna read that to you later. And we have a diary laying up here. And the diary says, let's see, I have to go to my notes. The diary says, I barely slept at all last night. I was tossing and turning for hours. I couldn't stop thinking about my new job. It is so awful here. There is so much destruction and pollution. The air is thick with smog and toxic dust. People say we are helping to provide energy, but I think there has to be a better way. I just want to earn enough money so that I can leave this place. And in the bottom it says journal entry 15. And that's what it says in all bottoms. Next page. One nice thing did happen today. For lunch I sat with one of the other workers that happens to live on my floor. He was such a nice guy. He told me about his family and how he hopes that this place isn't too dangerous for his child. Like me, he hopes to earn enough money at this job to be able to leave and move to someplace better. I told him about my insomnia and how I can't sleep because I'm overcome with worries about how bad things are. He was so understanding and nice to talk with. I wish he and his family lived next door to me, instead of my current neighbor, the bachelor. He is so loud all the time with his parties and dates, making it even harder for me to fall asleep. And then next page. I started babysitting my co-worker's son. He's such a fun little kid. Spending time with him really lifts my spirit. He is doing so well, starting to learn to read. I think his other favorite thing is to play at hide and seek. The other day he was playing a game of hide and seek with his parents, and he hid in my apartment. His parent went looking for him and found him in here. So, this is part of the clue to who this apartment belonged to. We are going to go over here and read this letter. This letter says, let's see, Dear Tosh, thank you so much for your letter. It was so nice to have a piece of you with me as I try to get comfortable in my new place. I have been babysitting a little boy, and that was what we read about in the diary, that lives on my floor. He reminds me so much of you as a little kid. We have been playing with blocks with letters on them, just like the ones you used to have. My trip was amazing. The months went by very fast. It took me a long time to find the village. It was in an even than I had expected. And I can't translate every word because some of the words there are a symbol for each letter in the English alphabet, but sometimes the creator have used the same symbol for two letters, and sometimes they use the same symbol for several letters, even though there are different symbols for those letters. The letter A and E are the same, and the letters R and C are similar, and sometimes they use the symbol for C to represent R. The same goes for F and G, and H and D, and this makes it really hard to translate this. And as you can hear, I'm not a native English speaker, so it's even harder. But let's move on. They really are something, a refugee from this. They are generating their own power with solar panels, and with turbines they are growing all of their food. There are fruits, vegetables, herbs and grains growing all over the place, in every spare inch of soil. Most amazing thing was how hopeful everyone was. It felt so safe, and for the first time since we were kids, I felt hopeful for a better future. I wish I could have stayed there longer, but I hope that the money I earn from this new job will help us buy so that we can start a new village together. Love, always, your sister Sabina. So this is written by Sabina. Oh, it's on the other side there. And she never had a chance to send it to her brother. And we might be her brother, and why I think that is because we wake up in this room, but there is no sign that Tosh ever made it to this city. So I don't know. And here is another letter. This one is from Tosh to Sabrina. To my big sister Sabina. I hope this letter finds you probably feeling, but I don't know, well settled into your new apartment and your new job. I missed getting letters from you while you were on your long trip to the village. I am looking forward to hearing all about it. I hope that it was everything we hoped it would be. Love always, your little brother, Tosh. And this is the letter Sabrina got from Tosh, and the answer was on the table. And you have to turn on all of these. So, let's do that. And let's move out, because in there it's just a bathroom and there's nothing there. We could go in and turn on the lights. And you can't stand the light. Is there a light? Yes, but it was on. You can't stand the light, so you can't walk into it. And as you can see, there is nothing outside. It's just sky. And this is another reason why I think we are dead and not just still here for some reason. So, and these signs leave the hall lights on. The management. And we have to turn on the lights, because otherwise we won't get out of our room later on. So let's move into the bachelor. He's living right here. And let's see if we can read any of his books. Lessons my grandfather taught me. Lessons my grandfather taught me. Okay. And as you can see, when you find something you can interact with, your crosshair turns into a circle. And if you're too far away, it might not work on this one. You see, it's turned into a really bright white dot. So if you're sweeping around the room and you find somewhere you see a really bright white dot, that means you can move closer and interact with it. So, this guy left a note on the table. We are separated now, as she said, but I still have years of memories of her, memories of good times past. I still dream of her every night, but where the dreams and the memories beginning to sink into the abyss of everyday obscurity. And then are some weird words. Now, only a few things still linger as a reminder that some part of it was real. The hardest part is letting go, letting the memories blend together into my dreams. The saddest part is losing the details as the memories become only stories. It's like losing years of myself. So this partying neighbor is actually kind of sad. He is missing someone. And this is the history of the history of something. I really don't know what. Oh, sorry, I have to cough. Alright. And here is another one. She is out there somewhere. Is she thinking of me like I'm still thinking of her? I only wish I could understand why I wasn't enough. Where did things go wrong? It was sure great. I cannot pinpoint when things probably went wrong. I know that we were happy together. I loved you. I thought you loved me. I don't know how to feel. when the person who knew me the most, more than anyone else, more than I knew myself, can no longer be with me. And here is a book. And it says Dress for Romance. Let's see, do we have another book? No. Okay, and that's about it, I think, in this room. And in here we have a tub full of water. And as you can see, there is something we are supposed to do with this water. So, but first of all, we need something to pick it up with. The point of this game, there are two parts. One is the exploration that you do when you're awake. And then you can just move around the place doing whatever you want. And now we're going into the Willow's apartment. So let's see. Should we begin? We're beginning in here, I think. The Willows is a childless couple who wants to adopt a child, and we're gonna see. Let's see. This is Finding Home, a memoir about my adopted family. And we have a blue one on the floor. This one says childhood psychology. No, childhood development and psychology, sorry. Then we have some notes laying around. We have one over here. To my love, happy anniversary. These past years together have been a dream come true. I am so excited to get to have a family with you. I know things has been hard with our jobs here, but I know together we can do anything, and we can even a loving home in this hard place. So many children have been orphanaged because of the dangerous conditions and the violence in the region. And I know we can provide a loving home so that at least one of these children will no longer be alone in this scary world. I know some of our family members don't support our decision, but we have to do what is in our hearts. There are many more stories filled with smiles and happiness. I love you, and I'm so excited about this next exciting chapter of our life. Yours truly, Elliot Willow. And I had no idea why he signed it with his last name. Because when I write something to my husband, I don't. But, what? We find out his name. And here's another one. To our dearest son. His parents are assholes, by the way. We, telling us the news that you and your wife plan to adopt a child. We are happy that you want to have a family. We don't think it is a good idea to adopt. You won't know this child's background or genetics. Who gives a crap? Our family has superior genes. This is why I say they are assholes. And we would be sad that the child won't look like you. There are so many stories of adopted children that are abandoning their adopted parents. Don't do this. Love your parents. And just as he should, this guy is just telling his parents to fuck off and keep their mouths shut. And as I said, turn on the lights. Because they are going to help you later on in the nightmare. And here are the children's bedroom. And I don't know if they ever had a chance to adopt a child, but they have a room at least. Let's turn this on too. It doesn't matter, but, well, let's do it. Let's see. Here is another book. And this one says 10 things parents should know before they adopt. And we have another few letters on the table. We have this one. And this one says, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Willow, we have received your completed application to adopt a child, and we have received confirmation from the inspector that you passed your interviews and background checks. Congratulations. There is a waiting list of other applicants, and your application will be added to the queue. The average wait time is 6 to 9 months. On behalf of the agency, I thank you for wanting to open up your home to care for a child in need. Please contact my office if you have any questions. Regards, Gertrude Goldman, social worker. And he wrote an answer that he never got to send, I guess. So I suppose they never had a chance to adopt. And I don't know if they even survived this. Dear, it might be Gertrude, but I don't know. Thank you for your letter telling us the good news that our application has been received. We are very excited to become parents. We are very much looking forward to when there is a child ready for us. Sincerely, the Willows. So let's see. Oh, the wrong way. We're going this way, and we're going to pick up a key. And we have to check that all lights are on. And as you can see, I can show you right away, you cannot walk into the sunlight because, oh, it's too bright. And if you continue, you're just going to get stuck. So, this door is locked. So we need a key, and the key is right here. And it's stuck too. Oh no, it broke. But we got a key. So, you have to access your inventory, you use the mouse wheel. So, there's that. And there's a key. And then you just aim and left click. And you can pick this up again. I did because you need the key ring. So, and in here we need the bucket for the water. So, nothing here. Nope. And we need to water flowers. And this is what we do throughout the game. When we water flowers, we can go to sleep. And through the sleep, we can progress forward. Right? So, mouse wheel. Left click. And then to put it away, you just right click. So, you can only use water sources one time. So, now that we have used this, we won't be able to use it again. And we're going to move up here. Oh, these weird dusts. I wonder if that's people. I don't know. So, mouse wheel. Come on, where are the water? There it is. And left click. And the flowers will start to grow. Look at that, how pretty. This is another reason why I think we are dead, because this ain't working in real life. You cannot just pour some water on a dead flower and it starts to grow. It's not how things work. So, some beds, you can sleep in some beds, like this one. So, but you can only sleep in them one time, and I'm tired. So, let's get to sleep. You have to click twice on the bed. First to pull up the drawing, and then to go to sleep. And now we are in the nightmare, and as you can see, here, there is the darkness all over. Well, if we stand still for too long, the darkness will consume you. So, we're going to go this way, because now we can move past this. And you hear the voices of other people right now. And this is the room that we want to get into. So we're gonna knock down this door. And then we wake up. And I think we're gonna end this part right here. And we'll continue on the next part another time. So this is it. And if you like this, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll get back with another part. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but I will do this throughout the entire Homesick. So if you want to know more about the lore and my thoughts of it and the gameplay, just check in. Right. So see you next time. Bye bye.